Hey girlies, it's Tammy. So I'm back at you with another video today, and today is a very exciting video. We've got the Morphe 35F palette versus the Makeup Revolution 35 Luxe palette. So this is a brand new release from Makeup Revolution. They came out with their own 35 amplified 35 palettes. They came out with 7, and I noticed that they are very similar to Morphe. So I have one palette from Morphe because every time I go try buy others, they are always out of stock, or they just don't have the color that I want. Like, I really wanted to get the 35P palette, but they didn't have it in stock. By the way guys, if you hear any kids in this video, my kids are on half term, so you know. So I am comparing that palette to the Morphe 35F palette, which looks like this. It has all of the beautiful shimmers, 4 rows of shimmers, and then 1 bottom row of mattes. So it is the exact same layout in the Makeup Revolution palette, and I will point out similarities and differences in the video as well, so don't worry about that. But in terms of quality and colors, we're going to go ahead and compare. So let's jump straight into comparison swatches. 'Cause I'm incomplete. Yeah, I'm incomplete, hey, 'cause I'm incomplete. I need you here tonight to cover up these empty sheets, 'cause I'm incomplete. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed those swatches. I just wanted to let you know I might be rocking my natural hair in a couple more videos, more than usual, because it is way too hot to be wearing wigs in every single video. And plus I got new lighting, I got a softbox right here, so maybe you can see I'm a bit more lit. Yeah, I got new lighting, so it's definitely gonna get a lot hotter in here, and it's summertime and we're getting really hot weather this week in London. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. There was something else I wanted to say as well. Oh yeah guys, my upload dates, because I don't think I've ever announced it, my upload dates are Monday, Wednesday and Friday if I'm not super busy. I always try post Monday, Wednesday and Friday, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way. Check for me if you want to, check those days and see if I have a new video up. I most likely will. So yeah, these two palettes, I bought this, I bought this ages ago and I literally didn't use it. I'm not quite sure why. They're really pigmented, really gorgeous colors. And then Makeup Revolution came out with their own 35 palettes, and this one is called Luxe. And I looked at it and I was like, I'm sure I have something just like that, especially with the matte shades all at the bottom. It just reminded me of something that I already have. So I pulled out this palette, and what do you know, it's basically a dupe. They have very similar colors. I'm going to start with differences and then we'll go on to similarities. So the difference is Makeup Revolution one has a huge mirror, Morphe one doesn't. The Makeup Revolution one is £15, and then this retails for £22.99 I believe on like Beauty Bay. The Morphe ones do not have names, whereas the Makeup Revolution one comes with a sheet of names. So it comes with all of these names, so you, I suppose if you are a YouTuber or you do tutorials, it would be easier to say, you know, I'm using this color which is called da da da. Another kind of minor difference is the packaging around the eyeshadows. In this one is matte and this one is shiny, so you can see this one has a lot of reflection. You can see my ring light, my lighting, everything, sorry guys. And then this one is just a matte plain black packaging. Now in terms of eyeshadow consistency, these really remind me of like pressed pigments. As soon as you rub your finger on it, it kind of crumbles. They are very soft though, but it kind of crumbles, whereas the Makeup Revolution one feel more like the typical eyeshadow type of formula. You would have probably seen the difference in the swatches. A few shades are different, like one shade will be a tad bit lighter than the other palette, so they're not exact identical dupes. They do have a bit of differences, and what I'm really kind of disappointed in both palettes is the matte shades. The matte shades in the palette, you've tried to include everyone and give them a good transition shade, but for me, I feel like only these two will probably show up on my eye. When I swatched the rest of them, they were really kind of light and ashy. Maybe not even this one if you are darker than me, so you will only have this one as a transition option, which I'm really not a fan of. I wish they did like another row of matte. The Makeup Revolution palette, and it's the exact same thing. The mattes, especially in this one, they're actually lighter than the Morphe ones. You can probably tell from the swatches. They do apply lighter and more ashy than the Morphe ones on my skin tone. But apart from the transition color, I really love the fact that the palette has a black, because you girlies should know I absolutely love black in my outer V. I feel like it smokes. I love smoky eyes. I feel like it smokes out the eye perfectly, so I'm so glad, especially because the transition colors in both palettes are not up to my satisfaction. I love that they have a black so that I can deepen that outer V, because I hate having light outer V. It really gets on my nerves. Let's jump straight in and create a look. I feel like I've been talking for ages. Okay, so first I'm dipping into the Makeup Revolution palette, and I'm gonna take this shade right here, which is called Player. I do love the fact that these Makeup Revolution ones have mirrors. It is a plus. Oh, it's showing up. It's showing up. So yeah, this is a perfect transition color, just like I thought. For my skin tone, I could use these two shades right here. So that is how the color Player looks like from Makeup Revolution. Then I'm gonna dip into the dupe shade from Morphe, which is this one right here. Okay, so straight away I can tell it's darker. It is a lot darker. Ooh, not sure how I'm gonna blend this out. I mean, but overall, they kind of do give the same effect, but this one is darker. Okay, so next I'm gonna take the Makeup Revolution color, this brown here, and it's called Cocoa. It is the darkest brown in this palette. But this is why I'm glad these palettes have a black, because this is just not dark enough for my outer V, or what I like to do with my eyes. It's not dark enough, so I'm glad I have the option to add a black. But as for pigment, I think you can tell very pigmented eyeshadows. I am dusting off my brush, by the way, guys. I have one of these thingy-majigs, I don't know what it's called. Then taking this shade from Morphe, which is a red toned brown. Okay, so looking at the eye so far, the two transition colors that I did use, they do give the same exact look on both eyes. They are just as dark as each other. Okay, so for my inner third, I'm gonna dip into this gold color, which is called Don't Stop from the Makeup Revolution Luxe palette. I'm gonna apply that to the 1/3 of the eye, so just the beginning of the eye. And I'm gonna take the same color in the Morphe palette and put that right here. Okay, it is a bit darker, but ow. This is what I meant when I said they're not the exact same. Like, a couple of shades are a bit lighter, a bit darker. They are not exactly the same. This looks more like a bronzy gold, whereas this one looks like a straight out gold. Okay, so back in with the Makeup Revolution palette, I'm gonna take the color Hashtag. It looks kind of like a cranberry color. I'm just gonna tap that right in the center. I mean, they apply very, very well. Then I'm gonna dip into the Morphe palette and take the same shade right here. That color is very similar, but this one has a bit more pink, and then this one has a bit more red, if you can tell. Okay, now I'm going in with the black in the palette, the matte black, and in the Makeup Revolution one, it is called Aesthetic, and then in the Morphe one, it doesn't have a name, so. And the blacks are very pigmented in both palettes. So this is the Makeup Revolution one. Just gonna blend it onto my outer V. So as you can see, very pigmented. I'm gonna carry this a little bit into the crease and back in with my first brush, blending the edges of the black. And the same to the Morphe side, just as pigmented as you can see. And last but not least, for my inner corner, I'm gonna take the shade Lit from Makeup Revolution, which is this third shade, kind of like a goldy champagne color, and I'm gonna put that on my inner corner. Very reflective and pigmented. So I'm going to take the same shade from the Morphe palette here. Just as pigmented and gorgeous reflection. Okay, so this is how the eyeshadow is looking so far. I'm gonna go away, do my liner, lashes, concealer, all of that, and I'm gonna come back and show you the final look and give you my final thoughts on both palettes. Okay guys, and I'm back. So this is how the look has turned out. I still need to smoke out my lower lash line, but I just wanted to tell you what's on my lips. I've been wearing nude lipstick every day, so I had to pull myself away from using nude today, and I went for this LA Splash Velvet Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Cream. Why does lipsticks never just have a simple name? Creme Barvaroise. What? No, wait. Creme Barvaroise. Yeah, Creme Barvaroise. So yeah, now I'm gonna do my lower lash line. I'm gonna take the same brown and black that I used in my crease, which is this one called Cocoa. This is the Makeup Revolution palette. This one called Cocoa, and then the black called Aesthetic. I'm gonna use that and the corresponding shades in the Morphe palette to smoke out my lower lashes. Okay, so that is the final eye look complete. What do you guys think? I think they look exactly the same. Like on the eyes, they have given the exact same kind of finish. I will say from what I can see though guys, it seems as if the Morphe, where's the gold gone? Remember I had the gold there? It seems as if you can't, is it fading or is it me? Because this side you can still see the burgundy or cranberry color, you can see the gold and you can see the inner corner. On the Morphe side you can kind of just see the cranberry and then the inner corner color. But I mean overall I really did enjoy using both palettes. They basically give the same look on the eyes. There's no real big difference apart from the price and the fact that Makeup Revolution has a mirror. I think the best thing to do would be, if you are in the US, go with Morphe, just simply because Ulta doesn't have these palettes yet. But once Ulta does get these palettes, I mean it is cheaper and it does come with a mirror. The shades are not exactly the same, but they are just as pigmented. They blend just as easy as Morphe. And Morphe is always sold out. Well, it is here in the UK, it's always sold out. So if you are in the UK, I would definitely recommend getting the Makeup Revolution one. Not only is the price cheaper, you get a huge mirror. The eyeshadows are practically the same in terms of blendability, pigmentation. The colors are dupes for each other, but some are a bit different from each other. If you were looking at the Morphe 35F but it's always sold out in the UK, then definitely this is a good option for you. It is available on superdrug.com as well as tambeauty.com, and they are coming to Superdrug stores very soon, so they are more easily accessible to the UK consumer. Look at me talking in big words. So I hope you found this video helpful. I wish I could do more because I did get 7 of the new Makeup Revolution palettes and they are all kind of dupes for the Morphe one. This is not me speaking on behalf of Makeup Rev. This is my channel, my page. I speak for myself. I think they are all kind of dupes for Morphe. So if I had other Morphe palettes I could compare, but I don't have other Morphe palettes because every time I go to buy it, it's either sold out or it's not available at all. So you know, this is the only one I got, so it's the only comparison I can do. So yeah, that is my final thoughts on the palettes guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.